Hello everyone and welcome to this year's book cover, your humble host. And today we're going to be discussing last week's episode. Alrighty. Well, let's start out with a little bit of a recap, which is how I normally start these, and it tends to end in me just explaining all my points in the recap anyway, so let's just do that. Anywho, well, we start out by having Twilight and Starlight, which is it makes me laugh to say that, those two names right in a row. I don't know why, it just does. Anyways, we see Starlight and Twilight practicing magic. So, it's never actually put clear whether Starlight's training Twilight or if Twilight's teaching Starlight. It's never really explained, and it's confusing. But hey, it is what it is. And what it is confusing. Oh yeah, but still, it's confusing. Oh yeah, I know it's confusing, but it's confusing. Yes, it's confusing. Sorry, I just had an internal argument with myself that turned external. Anyways, it not being explained is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's move on. Then we find out that Starlight hasn't been doing her friendship lessons. Just tisk on you, Starlight. Bad pony. Very bad pony. I can't really say much because I never did my homework either. Nah, never did. But then wow, yes, perfect words to say. Yes, perfect words to say right now, right? Anyways, Starlight is then told to do her friendship lessons while Twilight is away, giving a lecture for Celestia's new students. Alrighty then. Then it goes to where Starlight has an idea. Yeah, she uses magic. A lot of magic. And so we start with the bad part of the episode. She had very simple tasks. These were ridiculously simple tasks. So with Rarity. Bake a cake with Pinkie Pie. Chillax with Rainbow Dash. Sort family photos with Applejack. And help animals with Fluttershy. She didn't have to do them all in one afternoon. No, she had to do one. She had to find and do one of the friendship lessons. But no. Being the overpowered unicorn that she is, she decided, you know what? Let's try to do them all at once. Yeah! So she gathers the rest of the main six, minus Twilight, and starts trying to delve out what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, blah blah blah. And Rainbow Dash is like, this pony really needs to chillax after Starlight decides to run off. Chillaxing probably would have been the best part to do. But, oh well, you know, things happen, life goes on. So, again, being Starlight, having her past and what she's done, I bet y'all can guess what's gonna happen if you haven't seen the episode. She decides to basically go back to her old ways, used her magic to control the rest of the main six. Which, as you can probably guess, didn't turn out that good. She walks out there surprised that they're like dumb-faced, like and yeah, it was weird. She walks out, like, oh yeah, this certain spell that I used needs a trigger warning for anybody. Trigger warning. It's the whole thing with the okay, I'll shut up. Alrighty. Anyways, she. It wasn't one spell she used. She used 3 spells at once. And we learned that unicorns can actually do multiple spells at one time to have different effects. Because Starlight decided to duplicate herself by using a duplication spell, or creating a duplication spell by using 1 spell and a speed spell to literally be in 2 places at once. That was bad. I don't know why she didn't just do that. That's where I thought it was going. That's where I thought it was going to go. Is where she was going to do the duplication spell and then be in every place at one time. I thought that was going to happen. Kind of like a mirror pool incident thing. But no. Instead of doing that, they decide, you know what? Let's have her mind. Sorry, I almost said bad words there. Basically, they said, you know what? Let's have her control the main 6 and call that a good episode. Now, Pinkamena is scared. Regular Pinky is a bit freaky. Mind-controlled Pinky is the freakiest. Because it's Pinky with all of her weirdness now controlled by some other pony. If that don't give you chills, not a thing in the world would. Because even as Pinkamena, Pinky still has her own mindset, her own thoughts, and can control whether or not this happens or that happens. When controlled by some other pony, she doesn't have that. Whatever that pony tells her to do, she does, without question. Which is scary. We could have had a full-blown cupcake going on in an episode. We didn't have cupcakes happen. We didn't have cupcakes. Well, there was cupcakes, but not that type of cupcake. You know what I mean? I hope. Anyways, the rest of the main 5 were also mind controlled, but they weren't as freaky as the Pinkie Pie mind control. That freaked me out. Seeing Pinkie Pie like that freaked me out. Now I love the Pink Pony. Don't get me wrong. I love the Pink Pony. But oh my god, that freaked me out. That right there freaked me out. That look and the knowledge that she is not under her own power, but she has all of her power. That is scary to think about. That is very scary to think about. I feel sorry for any pony. If Starlight had said one thing wrong, I would feel sorry for any pony in her way. Sorry, I gotta stop thinking about that. And then we had the Rarity. Apparently Rarity is a good artist. I never took her for an artist. I mean, yeah, she's creative, I give her that. But an artist. I wasn't expecting an artist. If you watched the episode, you know what I mean. There was a fashion magazine. Starlight Glimmer said, "Make this, just like this." So apparently, Rarity's like, "Okay," and then draws it out. And then Applejack's given short little 1-sentence things about her family photos, and we get a whole bunch, and I mean a whole bunch, of different movie quotes. There's Spider-Man, Braveheart. If you haven't seen Braveheart, go watch it. It's a pretty good movie. Anyways, so then everything goes to hell in a handbasket. Well, the Rainbow Dash part didn't really, it wasn't really that big of a deal. Except she brought storm clouds into the castle, and the question still rises. Of course, the thing is, I have an answer for this question. Some ponies have actually brought up the question, how'd she get all them ponies to help her? First off, all she has to say is, I need all these at the Friendship Castle. Then anybody's gonna help her. I mean, it's the Friendship Castle. You get to go to the Friendship Castle. I don't know. That's my response to that. When people ask why all them Pegasus were helping her, how'd they get her to do it? Well, Twilight's the Princess of Friendship. I need these clouds at the Friendship Castle. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Then we get the Spider-Man quote that I mentioned earlier, where Applejack's like, Big Mac told me, with great power comes mighty great responsibility, or something like that. I'm not quoting word for word because, you know, copyright and infringement and all that jazz. But yeah, it's a pretty good episode all in all. Then Twilight comes home and tells Starlight, well, it wasn't about getting it done, it was about learning about your friends. Starlight's like, oh. And then Spike, of course, had to get his little jabs in, like, yeah, I told you. So she has to go apologize to the rest of the main six. And that happens. They do a montage. Not really song there, which is weird. I mean, yeah, it's a song, but it's a typical montage song. It's like, there's music, no singing, nothing like that. But they have a montage where Starlight's doing the things she was supposed to do for the friendship lesson, but she was doing it because she was cleaning the castle and wasn't really thinking about it. Which in itself is a good lesson to learn. Friendship isn't something you can really plan out or think about. It just happens to happen. If it doesn't just happen, well, then you're not meant to be friends. Of course, not meant to being friends is kind of a hard concept for people to understand. And I believe I have a hard time concepting that as well. I want to be friends with as many people and ponies as I can be. Friendship! Yay! Anyways, it ends basically with everybody chillaxing on the roof and Starlight using her magic. Alrighty. Basically, it's a real good episode, good rewatchability. Smart use of the characters this time, which is yay, smart use of characters. Woo! But yeah, it was rather interesting, and I would suggest anybody watching it over and over again. But yeah, it's also a lesson of power, kind of like Spider-Man's lesson of power, but a little bit different, because, you know, magic. And I think this is actually one of the only episodes we've seen where the use of magic has such an instant badness to it. You know? Like, she used her magic and then right away something bad happened. That doesn't happen very often in the show. Interesting. Anyways, that's all my brain has for right now. Or, you know, what little brain I actually have, I guess. Sorry. I know, don't insult myself. But, yeah, I think that's about all I got for my thoughts and things on this episode. Alrighty. Y'all have a wonderful day. And as always, I'm begging of you, please, don't forget to smile.